Sheriff Reichert, thank you so very much for yielding time to me. Mr. Speaker, we're here at a very solemn time in the law enforcement community. National Police Week is the week that we honor those that have fallen the year before and all the prior years. You know, when Sheriff Reichert was talking about the statistics of assaults on law enforcement officers, the number of law enforcement officers that are killed annually, you know, behind each of those stories is a real person, a son or a daughter that is not coming home anymore, a wife or a husband. You know, I've been a police officer. I was a police officer for 38 years, and ultimately as sheriff in Hernando County, Florida. I've buried my share of fellow law enforcement officers in those 38 years, too many to even talk about without bringing a tear. But I can tell you, as a rookie police officer, right out of the academy, the first year I was on the street, one of the guys that I went to the academy with was shot and killed. That was the first year out of the academy. I was held hostage at one point in time in my career by a guy that was intent on killing his wife. We all have stories like that. Sheriff Reichert is one of those true heroes in law enforcement. He's too modest to talk about the times that he's been assaulted, stabbed, the folks that he's put in jail, the Green River murderer. But that's just the type of people that we are. They're very humble. You know, I was blessed to be in law enforcement for 38 years. 12 of those years were outside the city of Chicago. And I will tell you this, the brotherhood in law enforcement is the same wherever you go across this great nation. We're made up of people, though. And we have flaws like anybody else, whether you're a physician or a teacher or even a priest. Sometimes they do wrong things. But 99.99% of those in law enforcement do it for all the right reasons. It's not because they're going to make great pay. It's not because, oh my gosh, I get to work the weekends or work holidays or work midnights or miss birthday parties. They do it because of the love that they have for the people that they serve, whatever community it may be, as large as New York City and as small as Apopka, Florida. It doesn't matter. The feelings that go into being a law enforcement officer is one of service to their fellow man. I've been blessed. My wife and I, for 41 years we've been married. 3 sons, all of them in the military boat, with the one middle son as a Black Hawk pilot for the Florida Army Guard, is also a deputy sheriff in Hillsborough County, Florida. And I know the feeling that his wife has every time he dons that uniform and goes to work. Is he going to come home tonight? And that's the feeling that all of our wives and mothers and grandmothers felt for their children as they went out the door wearing that uniform of whatever city, county, township that they supported or state police agency. We've been blessed in America, and it's because of those people, that thin blue line, that are willing to stand in front of danger to protect the normal, average citizen, somebody they've never met and may never meet again. They run into burning buildings, just like in 9/11, to save people. They face down felons to save their fellow man. And all they ask for is a little respect. And I don't think that's too much to ask for. This week, we passed a piece of legislation, the Fallen Heroes Flag Act, that allows us, as members of Congress and in the Senate, to provide a flag. It's a small token of our everlasting appreciation for the sacrifice that family has given in the death of a loved one who serves their country wearing a law enforcement officer's uniform. We passed that here. The president's going to sign it, and it gives us the ability to provide that flag at no cost to the family, go figure. But at the end of the day, it's really about recognizing in a very small and symbolic way that it does matter. Blue lives matter, and all lives should matter. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back to the distinguished sheriff from Washington State, Dave Reichert.
Well, thank you, Sheriff. Thanks, brother.